Hey, I forgot to mention that this is Winter is Coming, not on Wednesday, episode 11A, as episode 11 was already posted yesterday. Enjoy. Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things. I have a few last minute Thanksgiving cards to share with you. These are ones that I had to dig into my completed cards pile, and then one of them was just made at card class last Wednesday, and today's the day to send everything out. I sent a big chunk out yesterday and then had to paw around and make 5 more cards. So the first one is my favorite of the card class cards because it has a secret mechanism, and I'm not sure if Stampin' Up made this. It might be that this is Barn Door. You guys let me know if I am correct, because I owned Barn Door back in the day, and I believe it had this mechanism for making the barn door slide side to side. So the mechanism that we used, you can use coins like a penny, but we just used a mini dimensional behind this pumpkin. The mini dimensional fits perfectly in this slit size, and so it has a notch. I am sending this to a card making person because I know that they will figure out right away that there is something interesting about this card. I hesitate to send this to a non-card person without like the word pull up here, and I didn't have like a stamp that would do that. You can see there's something interesting with a partial pumpkin peeking through, but other than that, for a non-card person, they might not get that this card does something special because you can open it like a normal card. So anyhow, this actually opens to some current Stampin' Up products. It has the Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. I made a little mess here with some pumpkin pie ink, so I went ahead when I was getting ready to send this card this morning and sponged the edges to somewhat hide this pumpkin pie ink. I added the word grateful, heat embossed it in white. It is all done with pecan pie. The paper is current. It's the gingham paper. Today is the final day of the November 14th to 16th holiday sale. And this paper is 20% off. In fact, all annual catalog paper is 20% off. Markers and inks, I believe, are 15%. Which I'm sad because I just finally got all of my inks and markers. I did go through and do some testing of markers because I've had them for many years now, and I found a few that I needed to replace. I think 3 blends markers that are like 6 years old. The ends of them have been frayed, so I went ahead with that price and replaced them, and actually even bought this paper because of this card. I thought it's a really nice paper, so it is now going to be mine. Retired pumpkins, retired sentiment. I believe these are all Stampin' Up retireds. I used the copper adhesive backed sequins that are current. Again, Leaf Fall is current. This Grateful comes from a current holiday catalog, Fruitful Blessings bundle. I will put, of the cards I'm going to share with you, anything that's current, I will figure out and get it listed over on my blog and the supplies list. Though remember, everything is likely going to be selling out, so I can't control when it sells out, and it will not drop off my list. Though when you click the link that I have, it will pop over, and if that item is no longer available, it will take you to the Stampin' Up homepage, and that way you'll know that product is sold out. During the holidays, this is a thing that happens, and it's just something we can't avoid. So the trim is retired Stampin' Up, very vanilla, with Dollar Tree, orange and white baker's twine, and orange thread from Hobby Lobby. So that's a combo. Using leftover pieces that I had kind of hanging around my desk. And again, being an elevator card, it just slides up and down. It has the notch out. You can't see it because I'm in natural light, but I do have some glimmer. I used Wink of Stella on the pumpkins to kind of make them glistening, and in the correct light you can see it, but I notice here that they do not show the glistening effect that I put on them. So that's my favorite. And then I have one more card class card that came out really nice. This uses mostly Stampin' Up! Products. I do not think I think she might have colored these, so this might be some sort of an enamel dot. And it looks like it might even have some sort of multicolor hues to it. And then I think she colored with a blends marker. It has Grateful embossed in gold that I added. The color is the Retired Soft Suede, and this wreath is from a couple of years back. I had it and I really liked it. Again, secondary market is your friend. Facebook groups, go for the one with the largest amount of group members for safety, and Stampin' Up! Retired product sale. And use PayPal. Do not buy with family and friends, so that you get make sure that you get an invoice when you buy. So those are all my helpful tips for that. The splatter comes from I'm looking for it because it's floating around here. I just took it out. It's one of my favorite splatters, Quiet Meadow. So this particular splatter, what I like about it is that I can use the middle area for the heavy coverage, but in the case of being very specific, and I know I'm kind of specific on my dotting, I really wanted these dots in that position, and then there's some dots over here. Those are using this particular side. So if you have this set, be sure to take out this splatter. Have the splatter stamp on your desk at all times. It is absolutely the best splatter stamp that I have found. So what else have we got? This uses those neutral adhesive backed sequins. These little flowers are the fabric-y flowers that you can get in bags by the ton. You can get them at the big box stores. You can get them online. And I just think they really work well and have a sweet look. And what I did is I made another trim. I used gold Hobby Lobby, and I used this dark, like a deep, well, rich brown, I guess I would call it. Worked really well because it actually matches with the centers of these flowers. And again, this is Soology, which is just thread that goes on sale at Hobby Lobby. Here's the two that I have been using the most today for my projects, orange and this, again, rich brown. So we've got a retired embossing folder. On the inside is some leaf that she provided. I like the 3D effect of this leaf. I think that this is just a great idea, and then I sponged the edges and just glued that sucker right on down, and then double matting, because at card class these ladies always do a nice job of the insides of the cards, which is why I've actually been inspired to do my insides of my cards a little bit more elaborate than I would normally do. I'm not sure if I shared this card with you. It feels like I didn't. It might have been that it was one of the images, because here's the splatter that I did in the gold watercolor paint with my little splatter booth. I've got these rustic metallic dots, gold adhesive backed trim, left over actually from the North Carolina group that I went for the weekend, and I did a class, an add-on class, so I had extra pieces of it. Happy Thanksgiving is from Painted Pheasant. It's retired, again, secondary market. It's sitting right here. I love the Grateful and the Happy Thanksgiving, so this will be, and the oak leaves, so that's going to be a forever for me set. Then I have the Sparkle Gems. I've got Season of Chic. This is one of the gel plate sheets that I did. It's one of the chunks. And yes, I've been asked to do another gel plate video. I won't be getting to it immediately. I know if you're working on cards, you might want to do it, but I am just swamped with just all of this holiday stuff. So if I get a chance to sneak it in, I will. And I did leaf fall again and did some sponging. Very thin mat. The inside uses that strip. I find I like to offset them like this to just add like a little more complexity to it and to give a good frame. And then of course my multicolored leaves from Season of Chic, and I used pens, actually, the markers, which are one of the things that are on sale. And I did test all of my markers and found that I had a few that were needing to be replaced. So that was nice to be able to replace those. And my markers are like the minute I was able to get them, so they're like 7 years old with the Stampin' rights. I bought them all at once when replenishing my supplies, and then the blends do wear over time and you can't replace the nibs. So I did find 3 different colors that I use all the time with the nibs fraying, and so those are like maybe 4 to 6 years old. So I still think that the markers Stampin' Up has, though not like a Copic marker that you can replace the nibs and re-ink, they still last a good long time. Okay, so that's that one. This is a current trim. And again, I will have any of the current items that I can find available up on my blog. As they become not available, they will disappear. And they will not disappear. They will still be there, but when you click the link, they will disappear on the Stampin' Up, my online store, and it will take you to the home page, and that's how you will know it's no longer available. This one was, I had a custom 2 orders from the artisan market to make a whole bunch of sympathy cards because I had none left. In fact, the 2 that I had sold immediately, so I made a whole bunch. And this was a sympathy card, but being that I was short the few last Thanksgiving cards, I went ahead and converted this by popping off the sentiment, which was a sympathy, and I used something fancy. I still can't remember that. That might not be the name. So the bottom squarish label I will put on. That is an annual catalog item. It is still available. Beyond Grateful is Charming Sentiments, and it has the nice close die cut of all of the word shapes, so I really like that. I know it's not for everyone, but it is my thing. It is heat embossed with gold, and then I have a splatter stamp that I used for the background peeking through. These leaves are from Gorgeous Leaves, which I pulled because I needed some smaller leaves, and the leaves that I have to work with are like this size because these are my leftovers from doing my shoebox swaps. So I went ahead and did some gold cuts with these small Gorgeous Leaves that retired, and then this nice big sprig is current, and I will have that on the supplies list as well. And of course we have the All About Autumn copper clay specialty DSP that is no longer available. If you have it, there's just so many things that you can do with it. It is awesome. These leaves again are from this year's autumn leaves, and I did heat embossing with gold. This color, by the way, if you're seeing a difference in the colors, this is the gold and this is actually copper. So I've had to mix colors. I don't have the Stampin' Up metallics embossing folders comes with the copper, but I did not get it that way. I still have these embossing powders from forever ago that I bought individually, and as much as I do heat embossing, I am amazed how long embossing powders last. They last a lifetime. Amazing. Okay, so I already talked about this. The inside of this, again, uses the strip offset a little bit so that you get a little strip of white to make it look even a little fancier. Gorgeous leaves for something different. I think at the point where I was making these, I had put away the Season of Chic, and here is kind of the difference in these two, you know, and I like to change things up. So this is just using a watered down copper clay. So I had already put away my markers and had these out to make these little leaves, so I figured I would go ahead and stamp with the same product set. I think I have talked through everything now. And that's all I've got. I'm gonna get these cards sent out. I'm gonna get this video posted today. Let me know in the comments how your holiday card making is going. I feel like I didn't make cards all year long, but I am staying ahead of the curve. I probably should have had these 5 cards figured out and ready to go yesterday, because one of them has to go to the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast, and I did try to save all of the recipients for today's 5 cards to be people that are closer to me. And only one of them is the West Coast. So let me know how your card making is going and what kinds of things you're doing for fun to get them new and different and keep your interest as you're making them, because if you're like me, I cannot do repeat cards. As you can see, all my cards are different because I like to change it up. All right, do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.